And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the second game of the best of 5, the epic grand finales of the Dreamhack Summer 2011 tournament. These two players have duked it out against some great players, the best names in Starcraft 2 to make it this far to the grand finales. Our first player, the red Protoss player spawning at the top right side of Shakura's plateau, is none other than LiquidHuk. His opponent, we made FOXMoon, has struggled through this tournament to make it this far, but spawning at the bottom left side of the map will be going after Huk on this second game of the series. Huk, of course, won the first game. If you did not check it out on my channel. And we are going for a rematch. During the placement matches, actually Moon lost to Huk 2-0, and Huk made it to the finals, winning 17 times and losing only a single game. So this will be a great match. Hopefully Huk now scouting the top corner of the map. In Shakura's plateau, of course, you can't spawn in close position, so you can't spawn both on the left side or both on the top side. Huk will go for his fast expand here. You actually see the pylon already on the low ground. We will see if he decides to go for a Forge, most likely first instead of a Nexus. Nexus first would be a very greedy opening, but it looks like he is saving up for that Nexus first. Now that he scouts Moon and doesn't see any 10 or 6 pool, Moon goes for a 14 gas, 14 pool as he did in the last game. Now Huk actually going for a very, very fast Nexus, and it might be dangerous, but usually Protoss players do finish by walling this off just in time before the Lings get there and before speed is finished. So Huk orienting this game towards a very long macro one, and Moon very standard safe play. Actually, if he did scout Huk early on, he could have expoed himself. But nowadays, Zergs actually opt to not send that scouting drone because these overlords will make their way, and since they can afford to make safe builds like this 14 gas 14 pool, they prefer just keeping all their drones in their base and waiting for the first Lings to pop out to scout their opponents. Now Huk throwing down immediately a Forge and a Gateway as soon as that expansion was up. Now still producing only probes, actually cutting a few probes here to get all this wall up. And now Fox going for his own expansion, scouting with that Lynx for any proxy pylons or any probes. He will find this probe hiding at the top left side of the map. Now Moon will actually see this expo up. He does see that there's no cannon up yet, but that first cannon just finishing will deny any kind of Ling harass. And Huk is now free to mine from that second base, now throwing down 2 gases at the same time. We'll start mining from those. We will soon see a tech choice as soon as that cybernetics core finishes. He actually cancelled here the gateway to replace it with a cybernetics core, so that gateway was just to wall off his front. And getting back those minerals, he instantly transformed it into a cybernetics core. So nice little play there by Huk, making sure he is safe even though he did not want 2 gates. Now speed is done for Moon, which will give him map control for a while, and he will go for a third hatch right away. So we will see a very, very, very long macro game here by these two players, and you can see only workers being produced. Huk, of course, putting 1 sentry up just to force field this ramp when necessary. Huk loves his force fields. He is very good with them and will always have a lot of sentries in his army, especially in the early game where he really relies on those to defend. Now, if you see the income tab, Huk is actually ahead in harvesters because he did get that Nexus down first and has been chrono boosting these probes non-stop, now saving a bit of chrono boost. I wonder if he's gonna get +1 with that chrono boost, or if he will spend it soon. I do not know. We will have to wait and see. That Forge not doing anything except producing cannons right now, so I expect him to get +1 as soon as he can or can afford to. Now just opting to throw down as many sentries as he can, throwing down 3 more gateways, so it is a 4-gate off, 2 bases, now 4 gases for Huck, so we will be seeing at least a lot of sentries or some kind of tech play with that 4-gate. Now Moon getting his 2nd gas only now, not even on Lair Tech now, getting his Roach Warren, and I'm guessing he will get his Lair Tech soon enough, because you need about, at this point in the game, you actually need something to defend against Void Rays or Phoenix, and Queens can be enough, but since he only has 2 on the map, I'm guessing there goes the Lair starting now, opting to get his 3rd and 4th gas, as well as starting to saturate that 3rd base already. So now the income tab showing Moon has pulled ahead, not by much, but now by 10 harvesters. You can see the power of that inject larva just producing mass drones, and now that he actually saturated his 3 bases, his income will be very, very high. And Huck deciding to move out with only sentries here. These might be a little vulnerable, but with a lot of nicely placed force fields, he should be able to save all of these and head back home. And he decides to head back home as soon as, well, he actually decides to put down an expansion here. Very, very fast 3rd by Huck at the 9-minute mark, already at 3rd base. Now that is 8 sentries and 2 stalkers to defend these 3 bases. And Blink researching now at the Twilight Council, so we will be seeing a bit more stalkers in this army composition. And now FOXMoon actually producing a lot of roaches, getting roach speed. This is the bread and butter for the Zerg players. You really want to get that roach count up just to tank as much damage, and they also deal a lot of damage. And this is a very standard composition here for the Zerg player in this mid game. Now 2 stalkers will suicide themselves inside the base. He might be able to blink down here, but no, he does not escape, or blink is not done yet. Just almost finished here. But those 2 stalkers gave their lives away to scout pretty much the size of Moon's army and the amount of drones at this 3rd base. Now 61 to 60 harvesters, Huck just slightly ahead, and this is where the armies will just start massing up. You can actually see the Zerg at 150 already compared to 100 for Huck. You might think that Zerg can produce a lot more, but it's just these roaches are so supply heavy that these armies are actually kind of similar for the 2. But now a lot of force fields blocking the roaches out of the 3rd base of Huck, and very nice force fields, but that might just be too many roaches, more streaming in here. And I don't know if Huck can actually hold this. Some stalkers on the high ground dealing a lot of damage, but that is a lot of roaches and lings. The lings just filtering in the force field. Now Moon deciding to actually go for the main base, killing that protective cannon here, going for the Robo Bay, and that Immortal is not going to make its way onto the field, picking that off and retreating instantly. Now picking off a lot of harvesters. You can see that harvester count just dropped for Huck. It's 21 workers killed for none for Moon, and Moon is actually destroying Huck right here. Huck, I can't see him holding this off. Now so many roaches and lings just screaming in. His front door is open. A lot of stalkers here, but that I don't even think that the blink micro will be enough, and even if he does survive this, he lost a lot of army and a lot of harvesters, and it will be very hard to make it back from this. And there he goes, he GG's out of here, and that was game 2. We are now tied 1-1 and going into game 3 of this series.